What's up, guys? Today is Thursday, April 30th. So first of all, I want to make sure that you guys know that today we are going to log on to IXL and do 45 minutes practicing our math skills. I also want to make sure that you guys are continuing to practice your 0 through 12 multiplication tables. All right. And we're going to also jump into the corrections for the second set of 9 angles that I gave you guys yesterday. All right, so we'll be jumping into that. So again, today's assignment is IXL 45 minutes, and also be practicing your 0 through 12 multiplication tables, trying to shore up any of the gaps that you have. In other words, ones that are hard for you to remember. All right, so make sure you're doing that as well. All right, I hope you guys are having a great week, and let's switch over to the other video so that we can do our corrections. All right, guys, have a good day. Okay, guys, let's go over the answers for these questions. All right, let's look at the angles. And the first thing we want to identify is, are they square, acute, obtuse, or straight? All right, and then we'll talk about whether or not they are less than, greater than, or equal to 90 degrees. Okay, let's put equal in there. Okay, all right, so let's look at our first one here. So our 90-degree angle started off looking like this, and then it went counterclockwise in this direction, which means we have our arc here, all right, which means it is greater than 90 degrees. All right, and this type of angle, because it's larger than or bigger than 90 degrees, is going to be obtuse. All right, because anytime that the square is falling away from square, getting bigger to counterclockwise, it's going to be obtuse. All right, now let's look at this one. Now, this one is a perfect square, so we put this sign in here to indicate that it is 90 degrees exactly. So it is neither greater than, less than, or equal to. It simply is a square. And so we're going to call this a square angle, okay? Or you could also call it a right angle. That's also correct. All right, now let's look at this one. We started off here. This was square, right? But we fell clockwise, which means the mouth was getting smaller. The little alligator mouth was getting smaller, if you want to think of it that way. It's closing in this direction. So it is therefore less than 90 degrees. All right, so it is less than 90 degrees. The alligator's eating the 90-degree mouth. And whenever it is smaller, okay, we call that cute, because when something is small, it's cute. So this is an acute angle, okay? So let's just do one more really quickly for the answers. Now let's look at this one here. This one started off as two 90-degree angles, all right? But both of the lines fell into a flat, straight line. So we call that a straight angle, okay? And a straight angle is definitely wider than, it's more open than a square angle. So it is definitely greater than by a lot. It's 180 degrees, so it's twice the size of a regular angle. All right? That one can be a little confusing because in that case, the line fell flat on both sides, but just remember that when we make our arc, it goes all the way 180 degrees around, so half of the circle. You can see here that our arc is much smaller than it is here, and this arc up here is larger than this one because it goes in this direction past 90 degrees. All right, so the main concept I really want you guys to get here is whether or not something starts off at 90 degrees. If it goes counterclockwise, meaning that it gets bigger, like in this case, it is definitely greater than 90 degrees and it is obtuse. If it is collapsing in like a mouth, like an alligator mouth closing, so going clockwise, then it is less than 90 degrees and it is an acute angle. And if both sides of a 90-degree angle, two 90-degree angles, fall flat and make a straight line, then it is greater than 90 degrees, but it is actually 180 total degrees, okay, which is half of that circle, all right? So there's the half circle arc. All right, so hopefully that makes sense to you guys and you were able to get the other 5 of these completed and have an understanding of how we can figure out if something is obtuse, acute, square, or straight, and whether it is less than, equal to, or greater than 90 degrees, or if it's actually 90 degrees, okay? So that's the end of that lesson, guys. I hope you guys have a great week.